Hey everybody, this is Kyle from Adora, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about why what the social media companies are doing to your brand is just not right. So let's get a little real here. You can't really be a brand in today's world without being on social media. Nobody's going to trust you if you're not willing to do the upkeep and the work out on the social interwebs. That's just a thing. They want to be able to see you, look at you, get to know you in wherever they're comfortable, in their little world that they love. Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You may be watching this on YouTube. It really doesn't matter where they look for you. You've got to be there. Now, that's a really interesting and delicate thing for a brand because a lot of times on these platforms, people can say anything, they can reply, they can comment. Matter of fact, you want them to engage with you. So this is where kind of a truth of branding comes in. So let's be real, whatever you think you say about your brand doesn't really matter. You get to present a really amazing, beautiful, crisp, clean, well-designed image, but what your brand really is what everybody else tells anybody else it is. So if somebody's never heard of your brand, which for some of you, that's not a thing, but if you've got a new brand and you're trying to get out there and somebody says, hey, you should go check out so-and-so because they're awesome because of this, that's what you want people to say. But once you get out there a little bit, people might start saying, hey, watch out for so-and-so. Don't really work with that brand because they don't actually do a great job. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop a couple of not great brand experiences here in this post that I've had recently with some big brands. So I'm going to drop that and I'm going to blow them up because we should and we have the opportunity as brands to build trust with every single interaction, whether it's public on the social media interwebs or whether it's DMs or whether it's text messages or tickets or phone calls or in person in a store. Every time that you have the opportunity to touch with a client or customer as a brand, you have the ability to build trust or damage it. So that's how delicate it is being out on the social interwebs. Now, there are some other things that we're going to talk about a little bit later in this specific video that you probably need to know about when it comes to social media. Now, a couple of things that I want to hint at are some of the social media platforms that you probably just need to have a presence on. Number one, Facebook is still the number one social media platform in time on site right now. It just is. So Facebook is really important. And we're going to talk about some of the things that Facebook's doing that's actually not good for brands and some of the things that they are doing that are good for brands. So number one, Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, if you don't have a Facebook page, now don't pass your profile off as your business. Don't try and create a business profile. Business pages and groups are where you want to live when it comes to Facebook as a brand. Now, then we have Instagram. Now, Instagram is a little bit different because Instagram looks just like a profile. Your business profile looks just like a personal profile. And it's okay to create a business profile. Now, I would encourage you to make sure to select business profile. So when you go on Instagram, and this is how you go ahead and find that, make sure that you select your business profile because what that does is it gives you some amazing insights and data. Now, that data only lasts for 7 days, so you may want to talk to us about how you can actually jump on our SMGE Lite because we also give you a content management system that tracks your Instagram history for longer than just 7 days. And every day you don't do that, you're losing data. So that's Facebook and Instagram. Then you've got YouTube. You may be watching this on YouTube. YouTube is a really powerful social media platform. Pinterest, LinkedIn. Do not sleep on LinkedIn because it's one of our favorite social media platforms right now. Extremely productive. Twitter is still a really popular and fantastic platform, especially if you want to be retweeting, engaging, and certain industries are really fantastic and powerful on Twitter. So make sure you have a Twitter profile. Some of the other outliers that are coming, TikTok. People are trying to figure out how to actually connect on TikTok. That's a thing. Then we've got things like Telegram, WhatsApp that are coming and they're providing some more features for businesses. So those are some of the platforms that you want to make sure that you're on. So when people go looking for you, that social media space gives them trust. When they find you there, they see you somewhat active, that's really important. Now, one of the things that we also want to point out when it comes to social media is consistency. You need to look the same everywhere. So gather your links, click on them all, open them up, look at them all, and say, hey, do I look the same everywhere? Because if you don't look put together, which is actually not that hard to do, then you're going to damage trust in your brand. People aren't going to think that you have your stuff together. And if you want to know a little bit more about how to have your together, you can check that link out below too. We're going to put that down in the content. Now, when it comes to what all of these social media companies are doing to your brand, they're using you. You are something that a social media company uses to keep people on their platform. You, along with everybody else, your friends, your family. Without you, there's no reason for you to be on social media. Social media is powered by the people who drive and produce content. Now, here's something really interesting. The moment that you create a page or followers, you have a certain amount of likes, and you get some popularity, here's what those social media companies are doing. They're showing your posts to anywhere from 6 to 7% to maybe 25% of your total audience. And here's where it's kind of messed up. So companies like Facebook and Instagram, you can run campaigns to increase followers, increase likes, and to get people to become part of your audience. And then they chop your knees off by making you pay to reach all of them. Otherwise, what they see in their feed is maybe anywhere from, like I said, 6 to 25% of what you're posting. Now, there are some ways to hack those algorithms. And I'm going to talk about those in a second, but let's stay here for a second and find out exactly why they're doing this. Most of these social media companies, their focus is shareholder value. They want to increase the value of their company, and because social media is free for the most part, they don't make money unless people advertise. So unless you actually advertise on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, unless you're advertising there, including LinkedIn, unless you're advertising there, then they're not making any money. Big brands, small brands, influencers, it doesn't really matter. They make money off of you. So if they make you pay to reach your audience, that's how they make money. Now they have the control on dialing up or dialing down your audience. They literally control how much of your audience you get to reach. That's not okay. It's not okay to tell you one day, here's how things are going to act, and the next day, we decided to change our mind because we want more money from you. So that's one of the things that we have, one of the issues that we have with the way social media companies are treating your brand. Now, there are some things that almost every social media management company are doing. They're all doing these same simple things to kind of tweak the algorithm. Now, here's what they want. They want you to stay on their site. They want you to stay on Facebook. They want you to stay on YouTube. They want you to stay on Instagram or Pinterest. They want you to stay there. You only have a limited amount of eyeball time, and they want you on their app and their site instead of somebody else's. That means you see more ads. Even if you're not paying for them, you see more ads, they get more views, you may click on more ads, etc. That's how they make money. You need to be on the platform. So here's where the algorithm hack comes in. The more engagement you get when you first post something, when your initial audience that they show it to, 6 to 10 to 25%, when they go, oh, this is lit, this content is awesome, guess what? Then they turn around and they say, oh, this may keep more people on our site, and they show it to more people. So we actually have a pretty amazing process and program and software. It's called Social Media Growth Engine and SMGE. We'll put a little information in. That SMGE program allows us to help you with that algorithm. Get some excitement, get some content interaction and engagement, and it does so in kind of the first hour that you actually post. And we work with you to help figure out how to actually get that engagement. Now that process will then tell all the social media interwebs, hey, take a look. Because guess what? This content is awesome and it's doing really well, and we want you to stay here and view it because other people like it. So they're using other people to validate your content. That's a great way for you to actually hack that, and we have some really cool ways to do that. One of the other things that's really impressive is when you are an influencer. So some influencers may be looking at this. If you're an influencer and you like something, the social interwebs actually give your like more weight. So the more influencers we have in our network that are helping each other and liking each other's stuff and commenting, the more popular and the more valuable the social media interwebs view it as being. So let's make sure that we go out and support each other. Those people who are doing good, which is what we're all about here at Adora, we want to support them. We want to support you. So let us know if you're excited about doing good. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you're passionate about, your cause, or throw a post down in the comments here about where you're doing good, or a post that you talk about your favorite cause or charity or nonprofit. We want to follow, support, and engage with that post and get more people to see that. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us. Hit us up in the comments below. And here's what we want you to do. Go out, take some of the tips from this video, implement them, let your brand shine on the interwebs, whether it's social media, whether it's Google My Business, whether it is Better Business Bureau, anywhere. Go make sure you build trust in your brand. We also want you to focus on and go find some ways to do good today. Go like something from somebody else. Go like something that does good. Until we see you somewhere on the interwebs, posting, commenting, engaging, liking, we hope that you have an amazing day.